everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. This is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Count that one. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his team on the board to start the game for Oklahoma City. One thing, Doris, that should attract a lot of attention in this game, that matchup at the guard position. That is going to be special.
Well, that's the point of attack on both ends of the floor, and it's always fun to see skilled and capable guards duel it out. It is like watching a great chess match.
Gilgeous-Alexander, good. Well,
that's SGA in a nutshell right there. Quickness, length, guile, finishing on the interior.
A pass to Fox. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
It's all about mindset out of the gate. If you're aggressive and they give you room, go ahead, let it fly.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Count it. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Fox. And a wide open look for Wembanyama. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
And when Wembanyama is connecting from deep, he is downright unguardable. This is how special a talent he is. And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
And for De'Aaron Fox, his three-point shooting, Greg, has come a long way.
In his rookie season, he only shot 30% on 2 attempts per game. But his volume and efficiency have both gone way up, and it's made him much more dangerous offensively.
Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And, Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
And they pick up 2. He's got 9.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
Now, here's George. Holmgren the screen. Just 5 on the clock. Good. The nice assist for Williams.
I mean, sneaky. When he moves around the floor, Holmgren takes you out of the play, slips past, and just rolls to the hoop.
Here's Fox. Yep, that one goes. Fox has got 5.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Trailing by 4. To the middle. Here's Holmgren. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And looking to get stronger, Holmgren fights through the bump. Tons of time for him to grow into that frame.
They get the rebound. And that one's good. Wembanyama. 11 points in the game.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Well, let's remember that at 6'6", Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can more than handle himself near the cup.
Now, here's Fox. He has 5. Offline with his 3. 1:20 left in the first quarter. Doris, do you think the Oklahoma City Thunder has the best young core in the NBA?
Well, they are absolutely loaded with talent, Kevin. Not only that, they fit together. Now they've got a perennial MVP because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has inserted himself into the best player in the game conversation and a rising star in Chet Holmgren. Look out.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an elite scorer. Coach Mark Daigneault said the sign of a good player is being a source of reliable offense. At the same time, he's learned to impact the game in other ways, and that's why he's a really good player. He's not just a hired gun scorer. Kevin?
Totally agree, D.A. He is a franchise cornerstone type of guy. And we thank you for the report. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Here we are sizing up G.A. Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
San Antonio trailing here. Ball outside. Inside. Amu Kelishvili. Comes up empty down low. Up the floor. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Thunder have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. The first free throw is good. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Pass to Branham. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for Oklahoma City. That quarter had its...
The Thunder, 19.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Thunder.
These guys have been so quick off the dribble, finding great lanes to attack and getting themselves to the basket.
Back to Paul. Pass to Champagnie. To the left wing. Launches a 3. The Thunder pull it in. Wallace outside. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. It's Williams, high post. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Boy, the length of SGA. Get off your feet, young fella.
And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Pass to Champagnie. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Champagnie's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 14 points for him.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Sohan. He nails it, and we're tied up. When a team, Doris, is on a losing streak, what lessons can be learned from that?
Now, Kevin, you know this. Losing streaks seem to be inevitable in the NBA. The season is too long to go through without some adversity. What I think you learn is grit and how to keep fighting, even when you don't have your best game available.
Out to Wallace. Off target with his 3. Pass to Paul. Here's Champagnie. Back to Paul. And That's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his third foul of the game.
Third personal foul. First team foul. Now into the
Poke loose. Now here's Paul. Just 5 to shoot. Spurs passing it around. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. It's deflected. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Substitution on court.
Pass to Hartenstein. Wallace with the ball. Scoreless thus far. Williams can't get it to go. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for San Antonio. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Pass to Branham. Almost, but it rolls out.
Boy, defense nowhere to be found, and neither was his shot at that time.
So, Greg, the Spurs last year began 15 and 56, but it was the ending that they're really hanging their head on. They won 7 of their last 11 games.
And over that closing stretch, Wemby averaged 27 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, and 5 blocks. A small glimpse into the potential of this young superstar.
1:35 left here in the second. To the inside. Back to Holmgren. Just 4 to shoot. From downtown, Dort misses. San Antonio leading. And the foul called on Cason Wallace. That's his first foul. Both teams deciding to change it up. 1:16 left for the first half. Wembanyama looking it over. Outside, Fox. Outside for Wembanyama. That 3 off the mark. Pass to Caruso. There's 45 seconds left in the first half of basketball. They grabbed their own miss. Wembanyama down low. Chalk up 2 there. Wembanyama's got 13.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
And the dunk by Holmgren.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Now here's Holmgren from the arc. Takes a 3. No good. Shot missing. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Spurs lead by 1. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Now, here's Fox. Here's Wembanyama. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Oklahoma City trailing. For 3, Holmgren. Another miss by Holmgren. And there's the call on Chet Holmgren. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And here is Fox. Barnes outside for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Barnes has got the lead up to 4 now for San Antonio. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Thunder take it one step at a time. All-star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I think we all stay in the moment, and that's why we've been able to get better. Attack the day, the program in front of us. We all have the right intentions and want to win at the end of the day. Kevin?
A man attitude growing by leaps and bounds. Thank you, David. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Fox with it. And it's Wallace picking him up. Wembanyama, no good. Well, the ascension of Jalen Williams-Doris has been swift and very fun to watch.
Oh, absolutely, Kevin. He became very quickly in his second season a number 2 option and frankly borderline 1A option. And it's not just his offensive game, Kevin. This guy has become a stout defender. He's got the perfect NBA frame and he fits in personality-wise.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Pass to Wallace. From the arc. Drills it from outside. Wallace has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Wembanyama outside. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Over in the corner, Williams. Now Holmgren. He has 6. Screen by Hartenstein. Holmgren can't hit. San Antonio leading by 3. A pass to Fox. Back to Wembanyama. Six on the shot clock. Back to Fox. This one for 3. That one's not going to go. Thunder trailing by 3. Now Hartenstein. Holmgren the screen. Nobody near Williams. That misses, had a chance to tie it there. Here's Fox. Changes up. And Holmgren pulls it down. And Chet Holmgren's been a great player from day one, Doris. What do you like most about his game?
I don't know which aspect to pick. This guy is a great rim protector. He can shoot the basketball from three-point territory and with great range from 3. But maybe my favorite aspect is the competitive toughness he brings on a nightly basis.
Goes up. The kick out to Fox. Dort with the ball. Now guarded by Fox. Here's Williams. Good D by Barnes. Wembanyama outside. There's a good screen. Number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
Well, coaches might discourage that kind of look, but he'll take it anyway.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about.
to the floor for the Thunder.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation. And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guy.
Let's hear a round of applause for your Spurs High Squad dance team. Come on.
1:09 left in the third quarter. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That will be foul number 5 on him.
14 foul.
Ball outside. That one good for 2. Paul's got the lead up to 7 now for San Antonio.
Chris Paul opportunistic on the inside in that instance.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. The Spurs shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Paul is truly the prototypical point guard. He's got a high IQ, takes care of the ball, and he prioritizes setting up his teammates.
Gilgeous-Alexander. Up and no good. Brings his field goal percentage down to 70% in 10 shots. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
I always like to hold for the last shot right here.
Well, that's great execution if you can do that, because it takes any chance at momentum away from your opponent.
Pass to Champagny. Here's Branham. A 3-ball. A 3-pointer is right on target. Branham's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs with a...
The Thunder, 33.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. It's a 10-point game. Pass to Williams. And here is Wallace. Back to Williams. And they call the foul, so he's got the and-one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
First team.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Spurs?
Their accuracy in this one has just been on another level. I mean, the 3-ball keeps falling, and the defense just hasn't been able to run them off the line.
Here's Paul. And there's the foul. We're going Alex Caruso. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team.
Thunder on D. Driving inside. A 3 from Wembanyama. Connects from 3-point range. Wembanyama's got 23 points. Pass to Joe. Over in the corner, Williams. Back to Joe. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Over in the corner, Williams. 5 on the clock. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Spurs leading by 10. Here's Wembanyama. And he uses the glass on the layup. Wembanyama's got 5 points now this quarter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Oklahoma City making a change here. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Mark Daigneault talking to his team during the break. I asked for one thing, intensity. He said, I need you to crank it up to 11 out there. That's how we turn it around. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Pass to Barnes. Outside, Fox. Williams with the steal. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Back to Caruso. For the three. Hits the three-point bomb. Williams has got it back down to within single digits for Oklahoma City. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Fox with it. Dort covering. And Fox gets it to go. And the Spurs lead by 11.
Nice work inside from the smaller Fox. So cunning and crafty around the rim.
Yeah, there's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
And there's the foul. We're going Alex Caruso. And that'll be it.